Baby.
Yes.
All right, all right, all right.
What
So,
you
I
gonna
got
ask
a
my question?
nice, that's right, I got a nice question for you today.
Hmm. What our question is?
All right. Can you be friends with your ex while you're in a new relationship?
You try and put me on the spot, babe?
No,
Sure.
just a question.
Okay, so I should be able to answer that right off the rip, right? But I have to really think of I want to make sure I answer this right. So you can be friends with when you're in a new relationship, you can be friends with your ex. It just depends on the friendship. Were you guys friends prior to you actually being in a relationship? Not the new relationship. The person that is your ex. Were you guys actually friends before? And then y'all decided to kick it. Let's see if it gonna work. And then it didn't work, and then you with somebody else. So it depends on the relationship that you guys have. Now, being a friend don't mean you gotta talk every day. Being a friend don't mean you gotta text every day. Being a friend don't mean, it could be a once in a like, yeah, I know that's my friend. I know that person. When you see them, you hail them and boom, boom, and that's it. They know who your new partner is. They know disrespect. But you guys are friends, but not in communication with each other. But if you happen to see them down the road, you will say hi. It's not gonna be like I'm not saying hi to you. Because there's different ways of friendship. You could be talking all the time, not talking all the time. I have friends that I don't talk to 6, 7 years, but we are friends. And when we do see each other, hey girl, it's been a long time, whatever. So for me, it matters the type of friendship it is, because there's some friendship that don't have boundaries. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because I have ex. I have an ex and we are friends, but we don't talk. So if I happen to see him, I'm gonna be like, yeah, what's up? Or he'll say hi to me. Ain't no bad vibe. But we don't talk, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They know who my new man is. they know, they know who baby is. They know who it is. So they know not to call, disrespect, anything like that. We were, that's what I mean by yes, you can. No, like I say, it depends, because some people cannot stay in the friend zone. Some people feel
Mm.
like they can be like, well, we used to be together. Well, you go, no, like, no, well, we friends, just tell them he's friends. No, like, some people do not know friend zone. Some people don't. So that's why I'm saying yes, you can, because if you tell me that you talking, your ex that you raise up with, y'all kick it and y'all friends, y'all are friends. But I don't want to see you calling her every day or she texting you every night. But if you happen to see her down the street, hey Michelle, what's up? You all right? And that's it. And not only that, she needs to also know that you guys are friends, but ain't no long drawn out conversation. She can't call you and say, hey Belto, help me. No, because you're not the only friend. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? But so that's why I'm saying yes, you can be. Now, I'm telling you a little bit. I used to be married 14 and a half years. And my ex-husband, no, he couldn't be friends. No, you know why? He still was, but you know why? Because he used to lie a lot. But he just a liar, right? So I didn't really know if they were really friends and just friends, just friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just tell me what he want to tell me. And of course, I ain't gonna know nothing else. I have to go, I would have to go search and figure like, were they really friends? So it just all depends. And that's why it took me a while to respond, because if I was still in the marriage and I was answering that question, I'd have been like, no, you cannot,
Okay.
because of that situation, But I'm with you. And I know you have ex, you may not talk to them, that's a choice. But because of the man that I'm there with and I trust him and I know he don't cheat,
Right, right.
he don't have long conversations, he home every night, I have access to his phone. I ain't gonna say, well, you can't talk to the ex if you happen to see them down the street or you go around a family gathering or something like that. Y'all could still say hi. She needs to know it's just a hi. And now I'll call you later. Which no, we're not doing that. But we cordial to say, hey, how are you? And
Right.
I know, yeah.
Okay,
What
so
about you,
okay, so
baby?
I heard you out and it's given reasonable. It's given an okay. So what I would say is
By the way, I don't talk to my ex anyway, so anyway,
it's
I don't talk to ex.
okay, it's okay. But I would say you gotta know who you're with. Once again, if you know who you with and you don't know that they don't have any type of control over their sexual, then you know, like, yo, I'm not with the right person that can actually have friends with the other sex. So
well,
that's
not the
what
other sex, the ex.
with the ex. Well, just period with the other sex, because friendship with the ex, friendship with the friend, whoever, if they cannot control themselves, because some people be like, well, I trust him, but I don't trust her. I trust her, but I don't trust him.
Understood.
So you gotta know who you with. Know that you could go to
like,
work.
for example, you say you trust me, but you don't trust my ex. That's what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying it have how you to say, it have scenarios like that where people may trust their partners, but they don't trust the person that their partner is friends with, or their
friends
ex
or ex.
with.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, so you would
Right.
trust me, but not my ex or not my friend that you know kind of low key like me or stuff like that.
Right, because not saying that I'm doing it, but I'm saying that when you're in a friendship, especially with your ex or with a friend, a long-term friend, sometimes you may not can't see the type of affection that person is pouring out to you, but somebody else could clearly see them googly eyes,
like, yeah.
or that comforting, like, yo, that's my sis, or no, that's my brother. Like,
yeah, you could
so
know the
somebody else could see that, yo, this is a little bit more intimate than just a regular friend.
Right.
So you gotta know who you with and be transparent. You gotta have trust. You gotta know the person that you with have respect for herself, for himself. And then you could decide, well, okay, cool, I could go to work without thinking she's home in my room.
Yeah, talking to her ex.
Right.
Or her friend that look like her.
Right. So
yeah, okay, so that's good, and I understand that. So yeah, you definitely have to know the relationship of the ex or the friend. No, you got to know what it is, and like you said, you got to know your person. Like I stated, for me, I don't talk to my ex, but the friend. Right. Now my ex-husband, we talk. That's my daughter dad. She live with him, so we talk when it, once it concerns, Brianna. And if I to be like, hey, I call him Brianna, she not answering the phone, that's different. And it depends on the relationship, because like a marriage versus a boyfriend girlfriend, in my opinion, now I could be wrong, but I'm just saying it depends on what the relationship was like. Like, see, if Brianna wasn't there would be no reason for me to communicate whatsoever.
It's obvious, if you have kids, you may want to be the best friend as possible, as in communication, as in companionship, as in being reasonable, not intimate, but just as
being able to have conversation, and it's not bitter, no way affecting the child and stuff like that.
Right, because there is a human at stake, and if you don't show the best parenting possible, you can inflict on that child. Right. So
some people now use it as an excuse, right, to go back to the ex or to do them little conversation and stuff like that.
Right. It's a major comma, like, oh, well, she did this or he did this, comma, but
but okay, all right. Well, we want to hear from y'all.
Definitely. So yes, let me see y'all in the comments. Can you be friends with your ex and in a new relationship?
Bye.